Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lena, and I'm on a journey to pay down my debt and hopefully save some money for my medical costs along the way. Hey guys, sorry about that. My phone just ran out of storage. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about one of my favorite jobs that I ever had. It didn't pay very much, guys. But that was okay. I absolutely adored and loved working at a daycare. That's right, baby. This one here that we are cutting today, guys, to get ready is Friendsgiving collab. I did set my alarm this time, guys, because according to my phone, I only have like 10 minutes of recording time. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut all of these here out. And then because I'm probably just going to put them all together. I don't know if I will put them in an actual binder or make them disc bound, but for right now, we're just going to go ahead and separate them and cut out the cards until we decide. But anyway, I thought while we're doing this, I'll go ahead and talk to you about one of my favorite jobs that I ever had. I am a sucker for children, guys. I love kids. I always wanted to have a lot of kids. Unfortunately, that was not in the cards for me. I was in a very abusive relationship with the girl's dad whenever I got pregnant. We were married. And anyway, so after I had my first one, I almost died with her. And my second one, I almost died with her as well. And back then, I don't know if you know, but back then you were not able to decide if you wanted to tie your own tubes. If you were married, your husband had to sign off saying that yes, you could tie your tubes. Well, because I had signed off my life on both times when I was pregnant with my girls, that I had said that if it comes down to me or them, I wanted it to be them that lived, then my doctor decided that it was okay for me to go ahead and decide if I wanted to tie my tubes. And the kind of life that I was living with my ex, I decided I did not need any more children because that was how he kept me with him. Was I was pregnant, no job, had kids, and so that was just his way of making sure that I stayed put. Well, anyway, so when we divorced, I went to work for a daycare. And I absolutely loved working at a daycare, guys. I was able to bring my children with me. They were in one of the other classes. And then I got to take care of what they called the terrible twos, but I called it the terrific tubes and twos because they were, little kids. And I believe that there isn't a bad child in this world. Generally, that is a learned behavior as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we all have good and bad in us. It's just a matter of which one do we nourish. But anyway, I was taking care of the 2 year olds, and there was one child there named Alex. Oh, love Alex. Still to this day, he has got a piece of my heart, honey. Anyway, he was really rowdy, unruly, and people could not take care of him, and people were just not able to handle him. So they put him in my class a little bit early, even though he was not really supposed to be there just yet, because the other teacher could not handle him. And so in my class, what we would do is they were potty training. And so we would take a certain time of the day and go to the restroom. We would all line up the kids, they would all line up against the wall. And while they were trying to go potty and wash their hands and learning all of this, I would sit and I would have one child climb into my lap at a time and I would sing them their song. But they would only get their song if they were good. Well, unfortunately, Alex did not get his song a lot because he liked to bite and kick and cry and pull people's hair and do all of the unruly things. And so when we would go to the restroom, I would not give him his song. And I told him, I'm sorry, but until you can behave, you cannot have your song. And so he would cry and kick me and scream and say all the things, but he never got his song. One day, my Alex said, Teacher, let me check my time, guys. Okay, we're at 4. But he's like, Teacher, can I have my song? And I said, yes, if you behave, you can have your song. So all day, guys, he behaved so well. Oh my goodness, he was amazing, so sweet, opening doors, being just as sweet as he could be to anyone and everyone who was around. And so when it was time to go to the restroom, I put him first in my lap, and he put his little arms around me, and I started to sing his song. And he broke down crying, guys. I almost did too, and I stopped singing it. And I told him, I said, I don't want you to be sad. And he's like, I'm not sad, teacher, I'm happy. And he was hugging me and just as sweet as he could be. And I told him that I loved him, and he told me that he loved me too. Oh, my heart, guys, my heart. Even to this day, I still love that little boy. Anyway, it came a time that it was time for him to go to the next class up. And unfortunately, rules are rules, and they would not allow me to keep him. So I started to see him in the hallway, and he would run to me, teacher, teacher, why don't you love me anymore? And I told him, baby, I still love you. I said, it's just that you're older now and you got to be with the older kids. And he would cry and beg me to please love him and take him back, that he loved me. And I told him that I loved him. Still get a little emotional. And it was very hard, guys. I could not stand to see him so upset in the hallways. His parents asked me if I would take care of him outside of the daycare. They were willing to pay me, but unfortunately, I had signed a non-competition agreement when I started working there, so I couldn't. It was very hard. And after about a week, after seeing my poor Alex go back to being angry and hateful and crying all the time, I could not take it anymore, guys. I quit and I left, and I told his parents I may not be able to babysit him, but I would meet them at the park and go spend time with him there or something while they were there. Unfortunately, he had changed so much that they just ended up, I don't know if they moved or they took him out of that daycare or what, but I never did see my Alex again. And I didn't hear from his parents again either. So I hope that my poor little Alex is doing well today. I absolutely adored him and loved him and wish him the very best. He still has a piece of my heart. He was just the sweetest little kid, and that just proved my theory that it is a learned behavior. Most children who are disruptive are generally just wanting love and attention. And when they get that, it changes their whole world. So just try and remember, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop there because I'm pretty sure that my camera is about to end. But just remember that sometimes the hurt comes out in ways that is towards you and it's not really meant for you. They're just hurting inside. Try and give a little grace. Try and give a little love and see if that will flourish the good to come out of them at that moment. And that is it, guys. That is all I have for you today. I am almost finished cutting this up anyway. Let me see how much time I have left. I have just about a minute or so. I'm going to stop this.